Hello everyone, welcome back to another Geek for Geeks problem of the day. Today's problem is longest span in two binary arrays. So we are being given two arrays A1 and A2 of equal length. Now we have to find the longest common span such that the summation of the span in the A1 array and the summation of the span in A2 array is equal. Now what it means that let's try to understand with an example. In this array, in this example, the longest common span is 4 because the as the sum between the index 1 to 4, that means 1 to 4 is same. As you can see, here the sum is 1 and here also the sum is 1. So the length, the common span length should be same and the sum should be same. Now how we can approach this? Now if we take this example, if we take this equation, all right, now if we use math here, what if we bring this this side of the sum to the left? That means it will become minus and it will be 0, right? Now if we summarize this, that means a1 i2j minus sum of a2 i2j is 0, correct? So that means we have to create a difference array and we have to use prefix sum to check that within that span the sum is 0 or not, 0 or equal or not. Now let's try to do some dry run, like using this example. We have this and we have this, right? Now what is the difference area? Since we have to create, now we can also write this as this, like this, a1i minus a2i. This will be bracket minus again a1i plus 1 minus a2i plus 1 minus dot 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 equals to 0, right? We can write like this. So that means a1 minus a2. What is a1 minus a2? 0 minus 1 is minus 1, 1 minus 0, 1, 0 minus 1, minus 1, then 0, 0, then again minus 1. Now this is the difference array, right? Difference array. Now we have to create the prefix sum. Now in this difference array, we just have to search like between any two index, is the sum 0 or not. Now if we do the prefix sum, what will it be? It will be minus 1, then minus 1 plus 1, it will be 0, then 0 minus 1, minus 1, then minus 1 0, minus 1, then minus 1, then minus 2. This is the prefix sum, right? Now check this. If prefix sum repeats, listen carefully, if prefix sum repeats, that means the occurrence of a prefix sum and the earlier one, between them the sum is 0. Sum is 0 or the sum is same, right? So that means if we see the index, what is the index of this minus 1? Because we are taking the longest one, so we are not considering this, we are taking the last one. It is the 4 minus, what is the first one? 0. It is 4. So therefore this is the answer. That means between this length the sum is 0. Now let's try to take another example and then we can do the coding. And we have this. What is the difference array? -1 0 -1 0 0 1 and 0. What is the prefix sum? It is -1 -1 -2 -2 -2 -1 -1. Okay, now what is the repeating one? We have -2 and -2, but since like we can consider this, but since we can see that -1 and -1 are also repeating and it is longer, so therefore we can take this one. So what is the index of this -1? It is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 minus what is the index of the earlier one? It is 0 0 therefore 6. So as you can see, 6 is the answer. So this is the problem of prefix sum plus hash map. Okay, so let's start the solution. So we will need a hash map to store the index. So it will be integer map equals to new hash map. Then we will need to store the prefix sum 0, and we will also need the max length, which will be 0. Now let's start the loop. And I equal to 0, I less than a1 dot length, because both the array is of same length, so therefore we can take this. Okay, so now let's take the difference. Int difference will be a1 I minus a2 I. Okay, now the prefix sum will be, we have find a difference. Now we will do the prefix sum. Prefix sum will be prefix sum plus sorry, we already have this, prefix sum plus equals to difference. Therefore if difference is -1, prefix sum will be -1. Difference is 0, prefix sum will remain same. Now you have to check if prefix sum equals to 0. Let's consider this. If it is 0, that means if prefix sum is 0 in this case, that means the sum is 0 between this index and like the sum is 0 till this index. So therefore we can say that max dot length equals to I minus 0, right? Now this will be, it's just the optimized way, or it's a case, like let's say case 1. Alright, now see, let's say case 2. Case 2 is that, okay, we will check if map dot contains key. What is the contains key? Prefix sum, right? We have to check that, okay, this key contains or not. Contains key prefix sum. If it contains, then max length will be mat dot max, it will be max length, or I minus what is the earlier one, like where we have seen this prefix sum before. So map dot get prefix sum. And if we haven't seen this if we haven't seen this prefix sum before, then map dot put prefix sum I, right? Now then ultimately return max length. So this is the solution. Let's try to compile it. Okay, the test cases is accepting. Let's try to submit it. Okay, something is wrong for this. A1 A2 prefix. Okay, the mistake is that it should be I minus 0. It's a silly mistake. It should be I plus 1, because if we have seen 0 here, then obviously the index is 1 and the length is I plus 1. So it will be 1 plus 1 2. So I think that was the mistake. I think it should get submitted now. Perfect. So all the test cases have been passed. Cool. So this was today's problem of the day. Keep practicing. See you tomorrow on another POTD.